We got involved with ProCare actually through an acquisition. We worked with another landscape company, and Dirk purchased that landscape company. So poor Dirk, I think the very first meeting we had with him, he came in, sat down, and introduced himself, and I said, well, you have a really high bar that you have to reach because we've enjoyed working with the person that you bought this from and had a really great experience. So, and I will say that ever since that meeting, anything we've ever asked ProCare, they have come through 150%. He has more than exceeded my expectations of what the service that we had in the past. He has met that and exceeded it. So we've been extremely impressed with everything they've done.
We have been partners with ProCare Landscaping for 6 years. When we opened our building in December of 2000, ProCare was our landscape management company that came in and started us off, and it was a growing relationship between both Cook Valley and ProCare. We had some challenges with our turf and our soil, and ProCare was there to see us through, and we have beautiful turf 6 years later.
Dirk, through his planning and his years in the business, has been able to meet the needs of condominium associations. Condominium associations, number one, like to deal with their budget, they like the price to be effective, and they like the work to be done efficiently and done the first time around. Dirk is able to do that. He plans very well, he does time studies, he's able to provide competitive quotes on jobs outside of his contract and meet the needs of the people very well.
About 2 weeks ago, I was walking into a building. I noticed a large landscape boulder that had gotten pushed out into the middle of the parking lot. I was walking into the building, picked up the phone, called their office, got Joy on the phone, and by the time I had walked back out of the building, they had already been there and had already moved the boulders.
What I find is the best quality with ProCare Landscaping is that Dirk is just a phone call away. If there is a question or concern that I have, I know that he's just a phone call away. He will personally come out and inspect our concern and personally meet with myself or my building and grounds coordinator and remedy the situation to our satisfaction.
One of the contracts that Dirk holds with our company is a 110-unit condominium complex that's 30 years old. This property is overgrown and dated because of the landscape bushes that have gotten way out of hand. Dirk suggested a renovative pruning. In a renovative pruning, the bushes are drastically cut down to 6 or 7 inches as opposed to 6 or 7 feet. We did this in one of our properties with Dirk, and I'm going to tell you, the first spring, it was absolutely a disaster. The phone rang constantly for 2 weeks. People cried, screamed, yelled, but I'm going to tell you, by the end of that summer, people were thrilled. The property looked 30 years younger than it did when we started, and it was a great plan that Dirk put together at a great price.
One of the important things that we found with Dirk is that they have continued to go to landscaping seminars, and I think I can tell that just in the weed control process and the different types of salting. What's good for the environment, what's not good for the environment, what's bad for our pavement. I mean, he touches on a whole bunch of different topics that I think help our property overall.
Due to wet soils at Cook Valley Estates, we do tend to lose plants on an annual basis, and we've established an annual shrub replacement system with ProCare. We've been very satisfied with the size of the replacement shrubs, and our residents have been very satisfied.
The one main thing that impresses our company with our relationship with Dirk at ProCare is that the work is done timely and the work is done well. If there's ever a problem, Dirk has staff on site, a team leader or a foreman that will go, they'll knock on the doors, they'll make the customer happy. We are the customer, Dirk never forgets that.
They have been so good at responding in such a quick manner, and that's helped me. So, that's one of the most important things I can say about ProCare too, is that they're responsive.
His employees always look good, and that's very important on properties, that whether people are watching out their windows to see what's going on. His equipment is meticulously maintained. They're on site the day they're supposed to be on site. He knows what's being done on the property, and he follows through until the day is finished and the work is done.